They have just tried to bar President Trump from the Colorado ballot using an unconstitutional maneuver.
A little context, man. This happened a couple days ago, guys.
I did see this. He said on Twitter, like right when it happened, as soon as it announced, he said, I'm removing myself from the ballot, and every other Republican GOP candidate that says they care about democracy should do the same.
Yeah, okay. So actually, we don't got to run this clip because it happened a few days ago. So exciting news. I think they just put Trump back on the ballot, guys.
They did.
That
Look,
is
y'all,
insane.
This is America.
I mean,
don't let you get too far.
We have to keep it. We got to keep it 100, guys. That was an attack on democracy.
That was.
It was.
They're literally telling people who they can and can't vote for.
I feel like
yeah, that's insane.
The Colorado courtroom or whoever did that should be held accountable some type of way. That's actually insane.
To be honest with you, if they was gonna do that to Trump, they should have did that to Biden because. Don't they have like a whole case on him and his family right now too?
Brother, they're not gonna do that to Biden. They want Biden to win.
My mic is plugged in.
Yeah, you unplugged it.
Yeah,
I'm looking
you
at
unplugged it.
When did you do that?
Stupid ass.
I've been hearing you though. On the other videos.
I think it's really retarded.
Shut your dick.
Damn, I actually don't know.
I do know.
You been able to hear yourself?
It's like putting it in the dark.
All right.
Colorado Secretary of State announces Trump's back on the ballot. That's good news. That's good news. It was looking pretty
It's
scary.
not surprising. That shows that America is still here. You know, we got the Supreme Court, and they ain't gonna get past them.
That's a breath of fresh air right there.
What I mean, everybody's governing everybody. That's good.
Yeah, well, I guess Trump really wasn't
Checks and
worried about it.
balances.
Like when we did that the speech in Iowa after that happened, I thought he was gonna try to say something about it. It seemed like he just
That boosted him.
same old Trump.
I feel like that boosts him more.
He knows, man.
It's just like y'all just proving my point even more.
Wow. Well, let's see what Fox says.
Good old America.
Here, Jonathan Turley is a constitutional law attorney and Fox News contributor. Jonathan, thanks for joining us. We've got some more news on this today, the Colorado case in particular. The Colorado Republican Party has challenged its appeal to the Supreme Court. What do we expect from here? How fast could the Supreme Court take this up? Does the Supreme Court take this up?
Well, it's a very good question because there is an exit ramp that not only Colorado might prefer, but the court itself might prefer. Colorado's Secretary of State agreed that Trump will stay on the ballot if the Supreme Court does not rule before the January 5th certification date for the state. And so what the position of the state is that unless the court agrees with the Supreme Court of Colorado, which is extremely unlikely, or declines any review, which is also unlikely, that Trump will remain on the ballot because there won't be any action. But what happens after that then becomes rather interesting because Colorado could move and say, look, well, this is now moot because there's no change on the ballot. People are going to be allowed to vote that way. And they could then avoid review by the Supreme Court. I think most of us believe that the Supreme Court is going to reverse the Colorado Supreme Court. So they may actually prefer to moot this out by having the court run out the clock. It's a very short period of time that the Supreme Court has to deal with this.
If the Supreme Court, if they're looking at it, and sure they are, they have to now, there's a petition at least whether they're going to take it up or not, and you've got Colorado, and then you've got Michigan, and on all the states on the other side, and now you have these other challenges coming up in other states. Does the Supreme Court look at this and say, guys, we've got to weigh in here?
Alaska?
I think they should. That there's no question in my mind that they've got to render a decision here. Many of us view this theory as not just unfounded but dangerous.
And
it's going to create
South Carolina
instability in a system that has been
just saw Governor Gregg just say he wanted to. I just saw Governor Gregg say he was going to take Biden off the thing for the immigrants in the state. So
Fox might be on here with some false news again. You know these media outlets, but
because come on, bro.
I just saw Governor Gregg.
New York. Okay, that can
Arizona's pending appeal to bar Trump from the ballot. Isn't Arizona red?
I think so. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, bro. That's
Texas is red too.
Wyoming yellow.
State is red.
Wyoming's for sure
Nevada yellow.
Arizona is
South
crazy,
Carolina yellow. Virginia yellow. West Virginia yellow.
South Carolina.
Officer Tate needs to go do something about that.
What?
He in Arizona.
Yeah, OT.
He ain't
That's
talking
pretty
about that.
crazy.
Get your people.
That's actually pretty shocking. I'm not gonna lie.
That is
Well,
extremely shocking.
y'all don't think those are like other states that got like a high vote for somebody else in the GOP party and they're trying to get rid of Trump instead, like that?
No, but also I don't know. I don't know what a suit to bar. Like, so does that mean they're having a lawsuit to bar? So does that mean like maybe they're Democrat party?
They're just trying to. It looks like.
Well, that's pretty crazy. I don't know if that means they're trying to though. Like, you think the state would really do that?
Someone in the state.
Bro, it's crazy because I swear I saw a
But
tweet
Texas is
from
shocking to me.
Greg Abbott saying he's going to do the same thing to Biden in the state
Okay,
of
when the
Texas.
parties enter the agreement, they cannot file a suit in a court of law in respect of any matter covered by agreement.
Read that one more time.
Because when the parties have entered into an arbitration agreement, they cannot file a suit in a court of law in respect of any matter covered by the agreement. What does an arbitrary agreement
Did they
really
come to
mean?
that?
Well, I guess this means they haven't came to the arbitrary agreements. That was I don't know. I don't
I've
know.
heard of it before, but I don't know what it is.
All these words.
This nigga ain't even saying no crazy words.
So you know what arbitrary mean?
Well,
No, but it's not insane.
Arbitrary means based on random choice or personal whim. So they came into a personal agreement.
That we should do it. Yeah.
A settlement, if you will.
It means an unrestrained and autocratic.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Well, hold
Yeah,
on.
there's no
Texas
question
do
in
make
my
sense
mind.
because all the big cities in Texas are.
Okay, so arbitrary. Oh, it says it means depending upon
called me a
choice or
Democrat.
discretion. So that means they're in a suit depending. So it means it's depending on it's depending on discretion. So I guess
so
if
basically-
he were to be convicted, then their suit would remove him from the ballot. It's basic what I'm. It's
Okay.
basic
No,
what
that
I
makes
think
sense.
that means.
Yeah.
Based on what I just learned. I don't know. Someone can correct me in the comments. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. If Trump wins, this is gonna be awesome. LeBron James coming back from down
3-1.
Why are they? Why is
He
he?
won the first time. That was damn near that.
Why-
From with the media, we seen that on that one video.
Why does it seem like
already
they're
done
doing
that.
everything in their power to like not
another one?
have
Yeah.
Trump as the president? It's really starting to seem like that to me. Like every day, like they're trying to do the lawsuits and they're trying to use those lawsuits to take him off the ballot when it's obvious that people are liking Trump and it's obvious that he's the strongest candidate based on the pre-polls and things they've released.
They
I
want
mean,
communism in our country.
I really
Socialism.
am lost. Like I'm really trying to understand this. Like why do they not want Trump so bad? Is it because he doesn't play by their rules and fit the agenda?
They want
and
to
he
stop
made his own money?
capitalism.
That's
I
probably
don't
exactly
know.
why.
I have no
He's
idea.
not
But
bought
this
and
does
paid
look bad,
for.
though. This does look bad.
They
Looking
trying to
at the
stop
He
video.
won't be a
capitalism.
puppet.
That
There's no way.
combination we did a while back, and what the media was saying about Trump, and
Yeah,
now
yeah.
they're trying to do all this. It looks pretty bad to some.
Yeah,
This
that's
doesn't
what-
look as bad
hey.
to us. It look way worse to some.
That's boosting it on the red side. I feel like this is boosting them.
It is boosting them more.
Oh, definitely.
This
It's
man-
like
All right,
it's
let's
like when a
finish.
rapper gets charged with a crime.
yes.
It's like he really like that.
Guys, we've got to weigh in here.
I think they should. That there's no question in my mind that they've got to render a decision here. Many of us view this theory as not just unfounded, but
all the way from
dangerous.
Michigan.
And it's going to create instability in a system that has been historically the most stable democracy in history.
Yeah.
And this is all happening on this reduced schedule. We are waiting for decisions in places like Maine, which could very well follow Colorado.
That is
So the
insane.
Supreme Court needs to, in my view, put this theory to rest with finality and hopefully with unanimity. But we will see. You know, the Supreme Court often takes exit ramps when they're available. And if they don't rule before the 5th, this may be mooted out. But I'm hoping it will not be. I think there's arguments to be made that this will still not be moot.
Of all the issues that may come up before the Supreme Court as they relate to former President Trump, there's his immunity claim, there's the law pertaining January 6 prosecutions. Which has the most gravity to the constitutional system, do you think?
I think this one does. With the immunity issue, I think the odds are against Trump prevailing. There's going to be a ruling by the D.C. Circuit, which is motivated to make fast work of this. And I think that panel's likely to reject this theory. I'm not too sure the Supreme Court would embrace as broad an immunity claim as Trump is making here. But for Trump, it's the same issue we just talked about. For him, it's how much time you can take off the clock. back because there's a March trial date, which looks really unrealistic at this point for the special counsel. The question is, will the Supreme Court follow regular order and run down this clock more? It's like a fourth quarter play in the NFL. They're trying to leave Smith with as little time as possible to get down the field before the general election.
Jonathan Turley, always a pleasure. Jonathan, thanks
So
for
are
being
these
with us.
analogy.
Are
Yeah.
these
Sean Hannity
suits
here.
being
Hey,
brought
click
on
here to
by
subscribe.
are these suits being brought on by every states like Democrat Party in an effort to try to remove Trump from the ballot based on his court files in an effort to get Joe Biden another election?
That's what it's looking like.
That's what
Well,
it looks like.
I feel like even if they're not trying to get Joe Biden another, they're just trying to get Trump out and they're trying to get another puppet in the White House.
Yep.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's
maybe,
what it is.
Maybe that's what's going
Summed
on.
up.
But like, nobody want to vote for Joe.
Man, if you
Joe
still
ain't
want to, if you
going,
still want to
bro.
vote for Joe Biden at this point, you're a freaking idiot.
If Joe wins,
I'm sorry.
I'm actually, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm actually,
Like,
go, I might,
where-
I'm actually go crazy. I'm gonna be upset.
Whether you
Go
like
outside
Trump or
and
not,
scream.
whether you like Trump or not, you should be able to look at the
His
state of
policies.
the nation and the world and think and know that Joe Biden is an absolute abomination of a
'Cause
president.
I don't think
First of all,
that-
we don't need a president who's 83 years old and going senile with a crackhead son.
Nobody's voting for Newman. Nobody's voting for Robert F. Kennedy.
Is
Jr.
Newman running? I don't know.
Running?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I said running. Is he running?
That's
Well,
what
I
some
don't-
people were saying.
I
don't
think
think
that's
so.
speculation. I don't know. RFK is not a bad
The
candidate.
Democrats gotta have
Hey,
somebody.
have y'all ever
RFK
been this-
is not a bad
I know.
candidate.
Look at
in
my
my
history.
opinion.
Nobody has been this emotionally invested into an election though, as far as the country.
Because it's physically affecting us, bro.
No, not just us, the whole country.
Because everybody's getting affected.
Yeah, but it's about time. And I feel like maybe because we're getting older, we're seeing it more.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
When I was 18, 19, I was not thinking about this.
But we
No,
wasn't
facts.
seeing gay stuff in school like
I
this,
also
though.
think that RFK is not a bad candidate. Like outside of all
Oh, yeah, yeah, I mean,
outside of Vivek
he
and
seems like a pretty cool
DeSantis,
guy.
I don't think he's a bad
But
candidate.
I haven't heard any policies, but he sounds like a cool
Well,
guy. though.
we haven't like really
I haven't-
reviewed
yeah, I
any of
haven't
the stuff
reviewed-
together.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm
but
gonna keep it 100, bro. It's
I don't
hard for
think
me
he's
to
a
hear.
bad
I ain't gonna. It's gonna sound
He
like
sound
a dickhead,
raspy.
but it's hard for me to like hear him because like how he talks sometimes.
He's
Yeah.
raspy.
How does it talk?
He talked.
Raspy.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard for me. It's very hard for me.
He said,
to
"Y'all
follow.
know."
But he has to have some excellent stories though. His stories, I've heard some that's, but it was hard for me to hear it. I can't lie.
I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. I don't know what we gonna.
Yeah, but
actually do for
we
this
got
thing,
some
bro. It's gonna
crazy
be over.
days ahead of us with this election, man. That's gonna be actually like bigger than the Super Bowl, boy.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
talking about. I'm gonna be actually
We gonna have a party.
sitting down, really locked in. That's just gonna be
We were watching,
insane,
and we gonna
bro.
go live.
Oh yeah,
we
we
gonna
should go live. That's just gonna be
shit.
insane, man. Yep. Well, let us know what y'all think about this, guys. We're out of here, man.
Watch Trump not
Do
win.
not let them
Fuck
attack
Trump.
our democracy.